Here I am going to present you a working model of wastewater treatment. This treatment enrolls in physical, biological as well as chemical process. So let's have a look on this model. Cities and towns have sewage system in place to carry the wastewater from our homes, our hotels and factories and other establishment also to the water treatment plant where the wastewater is treated and it is then deemed safe to release into other water sources. And the treatment of this wastewater is further divided into three stages like pre-primary and primary, then secondary and then tertiary process. So let's see one by one that how the wastewater is treated. So basically we treat we do water treatment to remove the physical, chemical and biological contaminants present in water. So before the primary treatment, there is pre-primary treatment or you can say pre-treatment process in which the water is collected into the receiving chambers and then this water is passed to the bar screen. Now in this chamber, there is a grid. Let me show you. So this is grids and this is also known as like vertical van, and this is used to remove the large solid substances like you can say metal or can be plastic material. So it is like this. So next is primary treatment in which the sewage flows through the grid chamber. Like third chamber is grid chamber and the sewage flow through very slowly so that the sand or the pebbles settle down at the bottom of this chamber and the sewage flow into the settling tank. So now this is settling tank. This is also known as the sedimentation tank where the oil, greases and soaps rises to the top of the wastewater and called as scum, whereas the waste material that settles down at the bottom is called as sludge. So the scum is removed by using skimmer and sludge is removed with the scraper every day. So the water that is left out is called clarified water. So the clarified water is transferred to the aeration tank and from here the secondary treatment process also begin, or you can say the biological process. So in this process the biological or the organic wastes are removed and it is a biological process as I said. So this is done by transferring the clarified water into the aeration tank as I said. So in this tank air blows bubble air which helps the aerobic bacteria to grow, and these bacteria feed on the organic contaminants such as food waste, feces and other organisms, and the mixture then flows from the aeration tank into the clarifier. So in the clarifier tank, the activated sludge settle out by gravity along with the sludge produced during the primary process, that is in the settling tank. So from here the sludge is transferred to the digester, and in the digester tank these sludge are decomposed by the anaerobic bacteria and biogas is produced in this process which can be used as fuel or can be used to produce electricity. So then the activated sludge is then left in the sand drying beds and some quantity of water in the activated sludge evaporates and the remaining quantity drains through the sand beds. So this leaves behind the remaining dried sludge which can be used for making fertilizers or compost. So now we move to the tertiary treatment which is a chemical process, and then from this tank, that clarifier tank, the water is transferred to the disinfection chamber. So now the water is treated with the chlorine to remove the phosphorus compounds, nitrogen compounds and bacteria. So it is a chemical process as I said, and chlorine tablets are added to kill the germs, and this process is called as chlorination. So after the process of chlorination, the water from the disinfectant tank is transferred to the distribution chamber, and from this the water is let off into the water bodies. So here there is a control room also and there is a lab also. The lab is used to test the water, the disinfectant water is tested in the lab, and the control room takes care of all the processes. All the processes are controlled from the control room. That was wastewater, and the process this is treated into the pure water, and from here it is ready to distribute into the water bodies. So this was the whole process of the wastewater treatment. Now, let me tell you that why we do this wastewater treatment, what is the importance and why it is necessary to do. So, water is getting contaminated at the various works like when we wash, when we bath, and like every daily activities. And you will be shocked to know that daily we are wasting 80% of the water. So, the importance or the need of this is that we can use the wastewater treatment in the areas where there is a scarcity of water, there is scarcely areas. So as we all know that many parts of the world is suffering from the scarcity of water. What should we do? Like, we should not waste the water and we should save the water through this process for our further generations. So thank you.